Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Unavowed, Blind. I have restored the power to the building, which means that I can now check out this laptop. And journal. Enter password. Now I have a piece of paper. So let's check what that says. Password equals love or heart. Love. Although, maybe it's not. This was the guy that she was in relationship with. This was his room. It's even labeled on the door. So maybe the password is his love, which would mean Wendy, because that's her name. Master says I should start this journal explaining who I am and how I got here. My name is Jordan. 3 months ago I was fired from my job at crappy electronics store. 2 weeks ago my landlord evicted me because I couldn't pay the rent. I was on the street in the middle of this brutal winter. The homeless shelter was completely full. I thought I was going to freeze to death. Master found me. He brought me here. He gave me clothes and warm food and this laptop. He insists I keep a journal of my experiences here. He also says I should call him Master. That's fine, I don't care. I'm safe here and I'm not leaving. Heck, if he keeps me alive, I'll call him God. Master brought a few more people in. They are all homeless like me. They are all sick. This old guy has lung cancer so bad that he is coughing up blood. There's this girl named Wendy who looks to be in incredible pain. Me, I'm still cold. It's so hard for me to get warm, but at least I'm not dying. Master brought us downstairs. There's a tree growing through the floor. A tree. Master said that it is an altar of life, and that it will protect us and heal us if we do the same. He will teach us how. All we have to do is let him cut us and we bleed on the altar. Oh my god, the energy! Oh man, it's incredible. I am warm. I am so warm, it feels so good. I have never felt this good. The cold has completely left my body. The old guy's cough is gone. He's even breathing normally. And Wendy is walking around without any pain. Praise the Master. There are 7 of us now. Master has been cutting us every few weeks. It seems crazy, but we heal up right away and we're healthy. That's the important thing. Praise the Master. I would be dead if it wasn't for him. We all would. Merry Christmas. The tree is growing. There's grass on the floor in the basement. It's concrete. With the Master, anything is possible. The Master needs to leave us for a while, and now I'm being put in charge. Me in charge. I am so honored. Maybe I should password protect this laptop since I'm so important now. It's nice having my privacy, but it's kind of lonely in here. I asked Wendy if she would stay the night with me. She said yes. I camped the old guy. He bled like crazy. He didn't heal. I had to run out for bandages. Thanks God he's okay. It's freezing in here. I turned the radiator up full blast. Does nothing. Wendy is limping, the old guy is coughing, and I can't stop shivering. The ritual doesn't work anymore. Master, where are you? You've been gone for almost 2 months. I can barely feel the keys. Hands are numb. I can't help those people anymore. I can't help myself. I have to leave. I'm sorry, Master. I can't do it. Putting Wendy in charge. I'm sorry. But by all accounts, it seems I started some kind of a cult.
Blood rituals used for healing. That is perverse and wrong.
It may be wrong, but it does explain the forest downstairs. It's unspent life energy. It created excess life.
Beauty can hide all manner of evil, Eli. You know this more than anyone.
I sense a story there.
Oh, it's nothing. Just a little run-in with a golem and a succubus that got a...
A story for another time?
Right. Blood rituals, dark magic, bad stuff.
Yes, Eli. Bad stuff.
If I understand that journal right, the ritual stopped working when the, master left. Which means that only you, or rather your demon, could perform it.
Then why leave Jordan in charge?
That's a good question. One more reason to track it down. In the meantime, I really want to know more about this ritual. After you?
I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to be going now, although maybe now Wendy will talk to me some more? Because, I've learned a little bit about what went down here. Whoever this was, their face has been eaten away by some kind of a mouse.
Lost spirits cannot communicate with the living.
Because there's some kind of interactable key-locked panel in the sewers, but I don't have the key. And we read Jordan's journal.
Shit. I knew I should have tossed that computer. Well, the cat's out of the bag now. You proud of yourself, Master?
I wasn't the one doing the blood rituals.
Like hell you weren't. You were the one who taught us. You took us all in. You saved us, I guess. Maybe. Every month you'd do the ritual. You'd cut one of us. We'd bleed on the altar. Then you'd say those words and we'd heal. Better, stronger, faster than before. It was like a drug.
Life energy. That's what you were being fed. That explains the wildlife in the basement. It must be residual life magic.
Whatever it was, it felt good.
So what happened after your master left?
You're talking like you were separate people. Jordan was so happy when you put him in charge. He tried, he really did. But he just got too sick. But whatever you did to us, the healing, it stopped working when you left. So he put me in charge. Me. And I just made things worse.
Well, something must have happened or you wouldn't be out here.
I failed everyone. I was supposed to help them, but instead I cut with the knife. I said those stupid words again and again and again. It didn't work, so I had to try harder.
The murdered man in the basement. You took the blood ritual too far.
It was an accident, I swear.
Well... I'm not sure, because there were cuts on the neck. Like, how can you cut someone with a knife to the neck and not contend with at least theoretical possibility that you're killing a person? Like, that's a pretty vital part of a human body, you know? If you cut someone's neck with a knife. I saw the wounds on the body. That was no accident.
Look, we were dying. All of us. A few splashes of blood on the altar wasn't doing the job anymore. So I thought...
You thought you would kill an innocent man.
It wasn't like that. He was almost dead anyway. He had a few days to live at most. So we thought... So yeah, we killed him. I killed him. I thought that was the end of it, but then...
His spirit, it came back.
It was horrible. We couldn't stay. Every time it saw us, it would scream.
And then?
I came here. I didn't want to be around people anymore.
You speak the truth.
You believe me. Hooray.
It is not a matter of belief. I simply know what truth is. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Well, there's no point in lying anymore, is there? The Master here was just as much involved as me, and something tells me you aren't going to turn him in.
You said you needed healing. What was wrong with you?
Cerebral palsy on my left
Oh.
side. It was bad before. I could barely handle sewer duty. It's much worse now.
Okay, that's very interesting, and something that caught me off guard because I have cerebral palsy. Although it's weird because it's not really a condition that worsens. It's not like MS or you just cerebral palsy is an effect of brain damage. Like most people get it through like birth complications. For example, I did. Part of my brain was asphyxiated during my birth, and it died. And technically speaking, I have less brain matter than fully able people, and it affects things like motor functions. And what she said specifically, her left side, because you get, depending on which part of the brain what was involved, you get sort of one side of your body possibly more affected, which is also the case with me. Like my left side is also worse than my right side, but what's weird to me is as I said, it doesn't really get worse with time. In fact, it's pretty responsive to things like physical therapy. Like I did a lot of physical therapy when I was a kid, and I also had 2 surgeries to help me walk. So that's a bit weird. I guess what she might mean is from a subjective point. If you weren't working on it, if you weren't doing like physical therapy, you would feel worse over time because as you grew, your sort of limited mobility would sort of impact you more. But it doesn't actually like get worse with time, really. But it's still interesting that it's cropped up. Like it's not like it's not a very rare thing. I don't have exact numbers in my head, but it happens from time to time. Like it's not like a very rare thing, but still, this is the first game I have ever played where there's a character with cerebral palsy. That's interesting. Where's that knife now?
You think I'm an idiot? I tossed it down a storm drain.
What? Why did you do that?
What do you think? It's probably halfway to Jersey by now, and good riddance.
Sewer duty?
You seriously don't remember? The pipes in the building leaked. Overflow from the sewer. It was disgusting. You couldn't exactly call a plumber, so you made us go into the sewer and drain it from there. We went down there so much, Jordan had to swipe a key to the control panel.
Where's the key to the control panel?
Serious? You never wanted to bother with that before. But whatever. It's to the right of the control panel, behind one of the pipes.
We're going to fix it, or at least attempt it.
Don't do me any favors. This mess is yours, Master. Do whatever you like.
Goodbye and good luck.
If I was lucky, I never would have met you in the first place.
To be honest, what I don't understand is why isn't there an option to just lay the exact truth on the table, which is I was possessed by a demon which did those things. I don't remember them, and the demon is gone now, and that's why I'm acting different. Like, she already believes in magic. She saw magical rituals taking place, and she conducted them herself, or at least tried, and she saw a ghost. So it's not that far of a stretch to believe in demons. Because
She threw the knife down a storm drain. Damn it. I can't blame her, but damn it. Magically imbued tools take weeks to make. I really hope to study
Because on one hand, I kind of get, like, from her perspective, it's incredibly obnoxious to just show up and quote-unquote pretend I don't remember all the misery that I've caused her. But that's exactly why it annoys me that there was no option to talk about it. Are these the pipes Wendy was referring to?
Huh. Looks like Wendy was right.
Turn it on! For the love of God, turn it back on!
Okay. Okay.
Wait. Master? Master! Master, is that you?
Well, maybe I was once, but I'm not anymore.
No, you just can't leave me. Not again. Not yet. Please. I know. I failed you. I couldn't leave them. I was too weak. I tried so hard, but it was just too much.
You're Jordan, aren't you?
I was, yes. But I'm not sure who I am anymore. Do you remember, Master? How you found me? Frozen, half to death on the street? I almost died. You saved me. You healed me. Brought me back from certain death.
Well, it wasn't really me. It was a demon who possessed me, which is not the best moment to explain all of that, perhaps, while you're on fire, but...
That was no demon. It was you. You were so kind. You showed me how to heal. We were going to heal the entire city. But I couldn't do it without you. When you left, the power left too. The chill, the cold, it came back. I couldn't stop it. It just got worse and worse. I couldn't heal myself, let alone anyone else, so I left. I had to find something, anything that could help me get warm again.
Well, what did you find? Because I think you found more than you bargained for.
I'm so sorry, Master. You said that spell was dangerous. I didn't listen. But I was so desperate. I was freezing to death. The bed in that homeless shelter wasn't warm enough. You taught me a spell that would let warmth into my heart. So I spoke it. Then this happened.
Well, you were inside the homeless shelter when you cast the spell.
Yes, they were the only ones who would take me in.
No, you misunderstand. The shelter, it burned to the ground.
Was anyone hurt?
Well, let's focus on helping you for now. I'm not about to kick a man who's down, figuratively and literally on fire.
Do you really think I can be helped? I don't deserve it. I know I don't, but if there's any chance, help me before I hurt anyone else.
Well, some questions to just get around the situation.
Anything you want.
Well, can you do anything to help him?
I've been trying, but the fire, it's different. It's self-generated, self-sustaining. Even submerging himself in water couldn't snuff him out. I've never seen anything like it. I need to know more about his condition before I can even attempt a cure.
A knife was tossed on here. Have you seen it?
The knife? You mean your knife? Yes, I saw it fall down here. I took it. I hid it. Just in case you ever came back.
Could you get it for us? I'd love to study it.
I suppose. After you help me?
We spoke to Wendy.
I didn't want to leave them. Wendy, least of all. She leads them now. She's keeping them all safe.
Well, not really. She killed someone on the altar.
She what? Why would she do that?
Standard escalation. More blood, more power.
I want this to end. Please, just let it all end. Master, this is all too much. I served you faithfully. Then you left when I needed you the most. How do I know you won't leave again? Cure me? Help me? Do that and I will get the knife for you gladly.
Okay, I'll be back.
Thank you, Master.
Do you have any opinions on that?
I have nothing to say.
Don't know what I'd say. What do you need?
What do you think we should do?
Should we head over to that homeless shelter? Take a look around?
Yeah, possibly it might have.
I have the feeling we will.
I'll turn it back. Can I even? No, I can't. So I'm sorry, you'll have to be on fire for a little bit longer. Because there might be like remnants of the spell that he used.
Poor guy.
He played with powerful magic he had no business using. He hurt dozens of innocents.
He was desperate. He made a human mistake.
In that, we are in agreement.
Evening, sir.
Is there any chance I can take a look around back there?
No. In case it wasn't clear, this is a crime scene, which means stay back.
You need to take me to let me back there.
Oh, really? Give me one reason.
Because I'm a detective with the NYPD. But I don't have a badge. I'm not sure. That's probably not a very effective thing to say. That you're a cop with no way to prove that.
So you are. You're with the Staten Island precinct? What brings you out here?
That's classified.
Figures. Nobody ever tells me anything. So you want to inspect the scene, huh?
Yes, we won't take long, I promise.
Take as long as you need. I'm not exactly going anywhere.
Whoa.
The site's all yours, sir.
So I still had the badge?
He was a cop. It's in his voice, his stance. You can't exactly fake that.
That is not in dispute. You certainly have a gift for command. We will discuss this later. Let us find what we came for.
That's certainly a bit weird. Especially because it's not in my inventory. A lone locker stands intact amongst the ruins.
Is something the matter?
The locker is called as ice.
That is odd, to say the least.
Well, what do you think caused it, Eli?
There's something in there. Something that's generating a lot of cold. A self-generating thermal whirlpool spell, maybe. I've read about those.
So you believe this is magic related?
Are people still saying, duh? Because, well, duh.
I cannot say I am impressed with the mundane authorities. They should have noticed this when inspecting the site.
Not necessarily. That officer said this place burnt down about a week ago. It wasn't raining then, which means that no ice should have formed.
Perhaps you are correct, and perhaps this was meant to be. If there is danger here, we should be the ones to face it.
Oh well, could you unfreeze it?
Come on, melt!
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. It's just something inside is fighting back. There!
Nicely done.
That's me, Eli Beckett, enemy of ice.
Exposure to fire and ice has warped this locker's metal to an alarming degree.
Well, that's definitely our cold source, all right.
A thick ice block has formed inside the locker. A faint shape is visible inside. Well, I guess I need you again.
Now that it's out of the open air, the warm rain is coming down. I should be able to... Jesus!
The body is beginning to thaw out.
Look at that. Not a burn mark on him.
The ice protected him from the fire?
It also froze him to death, but if you want to get technical, sure, it protected him from the fire.
Does this body look familiar to you?
Maybe. It's hard to tell, you know, with all the frostbite things.
I admit, he does look slightly recognizable, but as to who, I cannot say.
Young man is covered in ice. He looks slightly familiar, but you can't quite place
The
it.
more I look at him, the more familiar his face becomes. Do you recognize him, Eli?
No, but you're right. He is familiar. Why can't I remember? He looks familiar, doesn't he? Where have I seen him before?
I definitely recognize that face from somewhere.
He looks familiar, doesn't he?
Not yet. Please. The identity of this man is familiar. Where have we seen him before?
I don't know. Whoa, what? Holy crap, it's Jordan.
Yes, I'm as surprised as you are. The quality of that photo isn't so great, but it's definitely the same guy.
The evidence is undeniable. Jordan sought a way to remove the cold invading his body. It appears he failed.
Oh, so what did we see? What did we see in the sewer?
No, we would not have been able to converse with it if so. We spoke to Jordan, not a lost spirit. At least, not one in the traditional sense. His soul transmuted, escaped his body, and became something else. He is alive, just no longer human.
He's become a fire elemental, a spirit bound to a body of flame.
Well, can we reverse it?
No, we can't. And even if we could, his human body is dead. There's nothing for him to go back to.
Regardless, we cannot allow a fire elemental to run loose in the city sewers.
Well, you're the fire expert. Any thoughts?
Thoughts? I have plenty of thoughts. None of them nice. Let me mull them over for a bit, okay? We should hear Jordan out before deciding anything, anyway.
All right.
Let's leave that body alone, okay?
Hope you found everything you needed, sir. Evening, sir.
We wanted to let you know we found a body in the rubble.
You're kidding. It just never gets easier, does it? All right, I'll take it from here. You report to your boss and I'll report to mine. Hopefully we'll catch this guy one way or another.
Have a good night, officer.
In this weather? Somehow I doubt that.
And that definitely sucks that this guy has transformed himself into a being that's perpetually on fire.
Master?
We went to the shelter.
You did? What did you find?
Well, you froze to death in the shelter.
What? I'm dead?
No, not exactly. You're a fire elemental now. You're alive, you're just in a new body. A body made of flame. That's why the flames are self-sustaining. You aren't on fire, you are fire.
So there's no cure?
Oh, no. Your human body is dead. There's no getting around that. But you're kind of immortal now. That's something, isn't it?
You mean I have to live like this forever?
Yeah?
You should have left me in the cold, Master. You should have left me to die.
Well, there's got to be something you can do.
Yes, there is. I'm a fire mage. I can control and channel fire. Given enough time, I can remove the fire from your spirit.
Eli, what you are proposing,
Will be incredibly painful, I know.
Painful?
it will feel like being skinned alive.
But it will kill me?
Eventually.
Then I'll do it.
Well, I certainly am in favor of euthanasia, and to be honest, I wouldn't want to be on fire for all eternity. I wouldn't even like to live for an eternity. Like that's actually interesting because to me, the idea, even disregarding hell, obviously, but even heaven, the traditional Christian heaven, is kind of terrifying to me. Like the idea of existing forever with no way to switch off your thoughts. It's scary to me. So I would probably go for incredibly painful finite death as opposed to eternal life in a very uncomfortable form. It's not like he can go and interact with people. He literally burned a whole building full of people just by living in this particular state. Are you sure this is the only option?
No, it is not. I will not allow you to do this. Not when there is another way.
Another way?
There are others of your kind. Fire elementals. A whole world of them.
Yeah, in another dimension, across the void. How do you propose to get him there?
Jordan is a creature of spirit now, which means he can traverse the void. I can lend him the energy required, and show him how to open the way.
So he can, what, spend eternity with fire people?
Wait, eternity?
It is a one-way trip, Jordan. Life there will not be easy, but perhaps you can find a home there, a life.
But what kind of life would that be?
One that continues.
Sure, on an alien world, in an alien dimension, all alone.
There will be others of his kind. In time, they might accept him.
And if they don't, they'll be stuck there forever.
So the alternative is to murder him?
Well, that's not murder.
It's mercy. If I was in his shoes, I'd want the same.
But you are not in his shoes. You cannot make that choice for him.
And neither can you.
That is true. Jordan, what say you?
I don't know.
Do you really want to live like this?
Better a life like this than no life at all.
He won't have to eat any human
But
flesh,
what kind
will
of
he?
life?
What?
No. His flames are the source of his energy, and will provide most of the fuel required. I will lend him the rest. The effect on me will be minimal. I will recover. One that continues.
Well, it is your decision.
I can't. This is all too much. Master, I know you've done your best. Whatever you decide, I will do.
Sure, on an alien world, in an alien dimension, all alone.
Well,
There will be others of his kind. In time, they might accept him.
it
And if they
annoys
don't,
the
they'll be stuck
bejesus
there
out of me
forever.
that they talk forever.
So the
I'll
alternative is
choose
to murder him?
this because my reasoning is,
Mercy. If I was in
like,
his shoes, I'd want the same.
I suppose
But you are
the
not in
option
his shoes.
to
You can't
get
make that
killed
choice for him.
does still
And
exist.
neither
Like
can
he would
you.
just have to find someone who
That
can do that,
is
which
true.
might be a long shot, but it
Jordan,
does
what say you?
exist. So, maybe
don't
it
know.
works out for him to just be
you
a fire
really want to live like
elemental
this?
with other fire elementals.
life
In
like
which
this
case,
than no life at
cool.
all.
And if it doesn't,
But what
I
kind
think
of life would
there
that be?
still exists an option
One
if
that
he
continues.
looks hard enough and long enough that he will
Sure,
find someone
on an alien
who will
world,
be able
in an
to
alien
extinguish
dimension,
him.
all
So
alone.
you should go across the void. You'll be happier
There will be
there.
others of his.
Yes, Master, you were right. Maybe this is what was meant to be. Maybe you saved me that night for this very reason. Maybe I have some purpose to fulfill in this new dimension. Okay, I am ready.
You two should wait above ground. I will help him transfer across the void.
I guess he's on his way by now. Off to his new life, assuming you can call it life. You think we did the right thing?
Well, he has a chance out there, more than he would hear.
A chance is better than nothing? Maybe. But to live through eternity without seeing another human being, I couldn't take it. I know that much.
Well, it might be nice to live in another world.
I've seen pictures of fire dimensions. They look like hell, literally. I know what I am. I'm not entirely normal, but I know that I'm human. I know that I'm me. If I lose that, then I lose everything. So, is he...
Yes, he has gone through the void.
Is he okay?
I believe he will be. Eventually. Only time will tell. He did retrieve the ritual knife for me before he left.
Well, that's something. I'll study it back at the lab.
I know the routine. I shall call ahead and have pizza delivered.
It's like you read my mind.
Okay, I don't think there's anything new around here.
Good. You are awake. I was hoping to talk to you.
Is this about our mission?
Yes. And no. You have completed your first field mission. You must have thoughts. I am curious as to what they are. What are you feeling at the moment?
Well, to be honest, I'm still a bit overwhelmed.
It would be foolish not to be. You have encountered many changes very quickly. For some of us, the Unavowed is a calling. For others, a duty. But for you, I have seen you in action. I have seen you react under pressure. You were clearly meant for this life.
You really think so?
I would not say so if it were not true. Your old life, your time as a police officer, prepared you for this. It gave you discipline, authority. The Unavowed has become lax in the recent decades. Perhaps you can help us with that.
The Unavowed lack authority.
We are an ancient institution. We need new energy, new minds, new hearts. The Unavowed has been without that for a very long time. At any rate, I detect no falsehood within you. You spoke the truth to me. Thank you. I will return to my training now. Yes?
Any thoughts on our last mission?
I believe we made the right choice with Jordan. When he disappeared across the void, he seemed content, less conflicted, more determined. I am sure he will make a life for himself there.
And can you really detect falsehoods?
Yes. Lies and falsehoods make djinns uncomfortable. We cannot abide the sensation. Of course, the ability to detect a lie is often useful in the field, so I have accepted it.
I grew up on Mars. To be honest, that's not a... That's a stupid lie. You should say if you wanted to test that, you should say a plausible lie. I have some questions about yourself.
Me? What do you want to know?
Where did you learn to use a sword?
Like with most things, I learned it at my mother's knee. Well, not literally. She was usually cutting off other people's knees, but the metaphor holds.
Your mother used a sword too?
Yes, but I prefer not to dwell. Ask me questions if you must, but not that.
Okay.
I will do my best to answer. Thank you.
Eli stares into the flickering fireball.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I was just reading some old text with Fireside.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, of course. Sorry. It's a fire magic trick. Lets me read any book that was consumed by flame. It's a bit of a strain on the eyes, but beggars can't be choosers.
Well, that's incredibly awesome. I might steal that for like an RPG game. That's an incredibly awesome skill for a fire mage to have. Because, for example, think about all of the books that have been burned because they were like forbidden books, in ages past. Or think about the Library of Alexandria. You can literally read, the majority of that ancient knowledge that has been, most people think it has been lost forever, and you can just read that. That's super cool. That's cool.
Being a mage has its moments. I won't deny it. Although I can't say the same about this book. It's an old Sumerian text about death magic. Really long, really boring. But I used to read books about S-Corp tax code for fun back when I was an accountant. I can handle boring. Ah well. See you at the meeting.
One question.
Fire away.
Any thoughts on our last mission?
I don't know. I just keep thinking about Jordan, wondering if he's okay. I'm gonna live a long time, but even when I'm dust in the wind, he'll still be out there. I only hope he's still himself.
Could I ask you about some pictures on your walls?
Sure, I guess.
What were you and Mandana doing in that photo by the door?
We were feeding the birds. What? You expected something else? There's nothing special about it. Just an ordinary day.
If the picture is nothing special, why are you smiling?
I am? Huh. Yeah, I guess I am. The picture was taken in 77, 78, around 5 years after my powers kicked in anyway. I'd buried myself down here, studying old books, experimenting with spells, trying to come to terms with everything. Then Mandana dragged me out to the park. We fed the birds. It was nice, normal, ordinary. I felt human, and I can never forget that. Not ever.
I'm curious about that wedding picture.
Well, I can't deny that's me. Almost 70 years ago that was taken. Could we not talk about this yet?
Alright. The house. The mailbox says Beckett.
You know what they say. If it's yours, put your name on it. But yeah, that's my house. Well, 50 years ago it was my house. Had to leave it behind when my powers kicked in. And the worst part? I was only 5 installments away from paying off the mortgage.
Those 2 little girls, are they yours?
Yeah, but I kinda don't want to talk about them now, if that's okay.
That picture of you on at the desk.
Yep, that's me, hard at work. I can even remember the account I was working on. This dress manufacturer in Midtown, booming business, lots of numbers, tons of paperwork. Took me months to sort through it all. I loved every minute of it.
Enough about the pictures.
Sure.
You mentioned something about being an accountant.
That's right. Back in my mundane days, back before my powers kicked in, I worked at the firm Weisel, Meltzer, and Sherman. There used to be a Beckett somewhere in the middle of that, but, well, you know.
Were you really an accountant?
Yep, I was damn good at it too. I made partner in 5 years. Worked at the firm for another 20. You had to know things to be an accountant back then. No computers to do half your job for you. And to make partner, you had to crunch numbers in your sleep. Me? I ate them for breakfast.
You make being an accountant sound so exciting.
Well, it was. For me anyway. Lining up numbers in my head, making them dance and do what I want. My boss used to say it was like magic. Turns out the old man was being literal. Who knew?
Being an accountant is like doing magic.
Yeah, throwing a fireball or preparing your tax return. Tomato, tomato. It's all just numbers, and I'm really good at equations and numbers. Always have been.
Okay.
Right. See you around.
I'll go attend the meeting, but I'll do it next time, because this episode has been long enough, so I'll save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.